Okay, so the last bit of foliage we're going to do is the ZZ plant. ZZ plant in Canada doesn't sound right. It is called a ZZ plant. Really popular house plant right now, a tropical, hard to find at the nurseries. Everybody wants one. My sister got me one for Mother's Day, so I thought I'd make one of those. They're a very thick feeling and looking leaf, very waxy looking on a brown stem, and they always seem to grow. Each leaf is in pairs. The leaves are all very similar in size, so we're going to go ahead and give it a try. So we have our edible glue, our dark green dust, PME glaze spray, some shortening, brown half-width wire, 26 gauge brown wire, and the sunflower leaf veiner. Okay. So with these, they're all going to be kind of hand formed. So I'm going to get out my glue. My paste is a dark green gel with a little bit of black in it to give it a really deep color. This paste is a little bit of a happy accident when I mixed two different types of gum paste that didn't love each other together, and it's got a very elastic consistency to it, very different than anything else. It's odd. I don't think it would work well with a cutter because of how almost gummy it is, but it's a combination of two different pastes. So I'm going to start with a ball, and these are going to be all different sizes. The only thing I would say is that you want to try and do two of each of the same because they're going to match up. I'm going to roll it into a ball and press it into a teardrop on either end. And then with the center point of those teardrops lining up with the ridge of my veiner, I'm going to press down. Okay. I may have to redo because it is very sticky because of the paste. And you can see I've kind of started to force it down fatter on the outsides to get that look that I'm going for. Pointy at the top, pointy at the bottom, fat on the outsides. I'm going to use this veiner, the back veiner, to press down lightly. Oh, and it came off. Perfect. Okay. Pop that out. You could put your wire in beforehand. I'll show you that too. And insert a wire in the back. Now these are just going to dry however they want, kind of. The only thing I did, because I didn't ball tool it, so I took my fingers with a little bit of shortening. I gently softened out the edges just between my thumb and pointer. It is a thicker looking leaf, so I'm okay with it having this thicker look to it. But I did want the edges to come to a little bit softer and thinner of a look. I'm gonna give it a little pinch, and I'm just gonna lay them in the bumpy foam to dry like that. So I'll do one more, and I'll put the wire in first this time. Okay, teardrop on both sides. This one's a bigger one. And I'm okay with that because you should see the ZZ plant I have here. Some of them are massive. And press down a little lower because it's thicker, if I press down up here, I'm going to get the edges of the sunflower leaf, and it's not a ridged leaf like that. It's very smooth on the sides. Okay, so we could put our wire in first just to be sure it's in a nice thick area. Press down. And press. And don't pull away by the wire. Okay. Manipulate the edges, soften them up a little bit. Give it a pinch and leave it to dry. Okay. Put our paste away. And now we're going to dust them. I have mixed shortening with my dark green dust, and I'm going to paint it on. This is dried overnight, and these took longer to dry because the paste is a little bit gummier. I'm gonna paint it on, and it's gonna get in the crevices. It's gonna be like a stain on the leaf. The thing is, this is shortening, and shortening isn't gonna dry the same. So I want this really waxy look. I want it to stay like this. You have to watch the back. I kind of go back and forth between the two because the extra color tends to want to seep over the edges. So you play a little bit of a dance till you get it all. See, now it's come over this side, so just lightly pick up that. You'll get this really dark stain in the crevices. Okay. Now, the shortening isn't going to dry like confectioner's glaze would, but I want this really high waxy shine. And the color it gave me by using the shortening mixed with the dust to give it that stained look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape them all together, and then I'm going to set it with glaze. I'll use my brown half-width tape, and I'm going to stretch it, and I'm going to start by giving it a little twist between my fingers so that I get this piece that's going to stick up out the top. Okay, bend back, gentle, and it's going to stick out between the first two leaves. I'm going to find another one similar in size and have it come down the other side. They literally are side by side, like no difference in height whatsoever. Oopsies, I came out of there. Side by side, no difference in height. I'm trying to be really, because you could glaze them ahead of time, but because they're still just shortening, I'm trying to be really gentle about where I touch them so I don't turn more green than I already am. Come down a little bit, and they all kind of stay on that same pattern side by side. It's not like two go here, two go here, two go here. They all are side by side on the same side of the leaf. Same side of the stem, sorry. Okay. And two more, and their stem can get quite thick, so I'm not worried about cutting off any of the extra wires as I go. The one I have in my house has so many petals. Doesn't get a flower. It's really very pretty tropical house plant. Okay, one more. And then I'm just going to tape it all the way down and spray it with the confectioner's glaze to set it. Okay, it's like that. Ooh, one more. Keep putting the box on the ground, that's why you hear me. And that'll set. Not instantly, but keep the shortening from coming off. And that is all my foliage. I hope you enjoyed it. So I had, in the end, to show you my ZZ plant. Okay. This star leaf. The palm leaf. The string of pearls succulents that, like we said, you could use them to make, you could use the same method to make buds, sprays of buds, or different succulents. And then the Mandeville leaves and buds. That's all. Thank you. I hope you'll give them a try, and I hope you'll play with something different than your standard go-to leaves. I know sometimes people dread doing foliage, that it's boring, but it can be really interesting, and I hope this gives you the chance to see that it can be your statement on the cake. You don't have to necessarily have all kinds of flowers. You can do something just with foliage. Thank you. Bye.